And all of us fight, right? Craig Rochelle said this, all couples fight. Some couples healthy couples fight clean. Unhealthy couples fight dirty. Healthy couples work towards a resolution. Unhealthy couples fight for victory. In other words, they fight to win. The problem is, if one wins, both lose. And so here's what we need to understand. We need to learn to win together. Two root causes of fights in the marriage relationship. Number one, unmet expectations. Think about your marriage for a second. Unmet expectations are huge in a relationship. I mean, here you are, you have been married maybe a month, maybe 2 months, and all of a sudden, you say to her, and by the way, don't do this, you're going to get your face slapped. Mom cooked all the time. You mean to tell me it's takeout again? Tension. She says to him, Dad took out the garbage. Dad mowed the yard. Man, Dad weed-eated the yard. He knew how to turn the weed eater on its side and edge it. Dad didn't stop right there. No. My daddy took the blower and blew off the sidewalk. He raked up the extra. He put it in bags, and I can't even get you to ride the lawnmower. Tension. She thought marriage would be having a 2-hour Beth Moore study at night before you go to bed. And he's like, I'm so confused, I'm dazed, I don't know what to do. He thought there would be more romance in the relationship. You better not say amen, guys. He thought there would be more intimacy. She thought that there would be more talking and cuddling. Unmet expectations. Tension. Guys, listen, if this is not addressed, you will end up 15 years, 20 years down the road in your marriage, and basically all you're going to be are roommates. There's a second root cause of problems, of fights in the relationship, and this is a big one. Selfishness. This is the relationships that we have in America today. I want this. It's about me. What about me? I want this. I want that. It's selfishness, and it's killing relationships. She wants to talk. He just wants to watch TV. He wants to flick through the channels from one ESPN channel to the next. He wants intimacy. She doesn't. Tension. She buys her 7th pair of shoes in a month. He buys the newest and the next tech device every time it comes out. Then you have a fight over finances and money. Tension. Let me just pause here and say this. If you're in the house today and you're dating and you fight constantly, that's not a good sign. We see this all the time in marriage, don't we? I mean, some little dinky misunderstanding, because we don't deal with it, now it's snowballed, and now this one little thing has become something huge. Our spouses are not our enemy. Sir, your wife is not your enemy. Ma'am, your husband is not your enemy. The Bible says, watch this, the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 4, watch this is so important, our enemy. No, we do not battle against flesh and blood, but against rulers and authorities and powers of this dark world. Our spouse is not our enemy. The enemy is Satan himself. How do we fight right? Practically, what do? Number one, respond in spirit, not in the flesh. When somebody says something, when your spouse says something to you derogatory, or you take it that way, maybe they didn't even mean it that way, but you take it that way, the next thing you do is turn around and you say something derogatory back. then you are critical right back. No relationship gets better ever with criticism. In prayer, you ought to pray for your spouse. That's what we ought to do. We ought to pray for our spouse. And prayer, listen to me, prayer might or it might not change them, but I guarantee you what it will do. It will change you. Number 2, write this down. Focus on the good, not the bad. If you're looking for your husband or your wife to meet 100% of your expectations, good luck with that. There's only one person that I know that can meet 100% of all of your expectations, and that's Jesus Christ. In your anger, you're going to get angry sometimes. Do not sin. Don't let the sun go down while you are still angry. And then I love this part. And do not give the devil a foothold. Another word for that is, do not give the devil a place. But there's I think a better translation, and it's this: do not give the devil room in your guest room. Don't let the devil in your house. Keep him out of your house. Drop kick him out. How? By resolving the conflict. But I want you to listen to me. No matter how bad it is, if 2 people are seeking Christ, watch this, if 2 are seeking the one, if 2 people are seeking Christ, He can give you something far better than you could ever ask for, think about, or imagine. I just want you to hear me as I close out this sermon and this series. God doesn't want your marriage to just survive. He wants it to thrive.